So we're driving through Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and unintentionally we end up here. And I'm looking at this thinking, look at all these houses. It's true old South Carolina. This is the real deal. Absolutely beautiful. And here's where we made a discovery, a stunning one. It was staring us right in the face the entire time. And it took us a while, a full drive through Ion and an online search before it clicked. So watch closely and see if you can figure out more quickly what took us so long to discover. The first thing that hits you is the trees. This is South Carolina. These live oaks that arch right over the street like a tunnel, light changing. You can see it flickering through the leaves as we're driving through. And then there's the houses. Just look at these houses, really look at them. The houses are all really close to the street, deep porches, real columns, shutters that look like they've actually closed, metal roofs, brick foundations, and every single one is different. Every single one belongs, unlike so many neighborhoods I'm used to back home. But look closer. What do you see? The better question is, what don't you see? The first thing that hits you is no chip paint, no sagging gutter, no cupped clapboard, no rot at the base of a column where the water's been sitting there for 15 years, no fascia board with that gray fuzzy edge, no soffit vent hanging by one screw. You know, all the stuff our channel's about. We live that stuff, always fixing, but not so much here. And I'm driving down the street of beautiful colonial-style homes under these old oaks, and I can't find one thing to fix, except for this one, getting ready for painting. But aside from that, all the rest, meticulous and fresh looking, all of them. There it is. Do you see it? Reality is, these homes aren't old. Ion was started in 1995. Most of these homes were built to look old, and most were built between 1995 and 2012. Most of what you're looking at is younger than the oldest car in my garage. That's why nothing's failing, because nothing really had time to fail. Here's the story. A developer named Vince Graham took these 200 plus acres of land in Mount Pleasant, and instead of maximizing lots, he built a town. Curved streets, lakes, and a marsh walk, a church, a real commercial square at the entrance, the one that pulled us in. And then he did the thing almost nobody does. He wrote a design code. Every house had to speak the same architectural language without being the same house. Same language, but different sentences, and it worked. Ion has been written up and awarded for years as one of the flagship new urbanist neighborhoods in America. That standard people point to when they argue that this can be done, and done really well. And this is what I love about it, because here's what a Charleston single house actually was. It's turned sideways on a narrow lot so the porch caught the breeze because there's no air conditioning back in the day. Tall ceilings to pull up the heat, deep porches to shade the windows. None of that was decoration, it was all engineering. Now, build that same house in 2005. You keep the porch, minimum 8 foot deep. You keep the proportions, the columns, the metal roof, the way it sits on the lot, all that. And behind that 18th century look, you put in spray foam in the attic, a heat pump, an open kitchen, modern sized closets. You get the soul of 1790 and the comfort of today. That's somebody understanding why the old houses looked the way they looked and building it again better. Somewhere along the way, we decided this is just how neighborhoods get built. Vinyl bays, you've seen it, garage forward, 3 floor plans to choose from. Ion is proof. Somebody made a choice. And 30 years later, the trees have filled in, the porches are full, the whole thing looks like it's been there since 1790. Beauty isn't generic. Beauty is intentional. If you've ever seen a neighborhood like this one, drop it in the comments. I'd seriously love to go see it. I'm Dave. This is Housebarons. Go build something good. By the way, here are some of the details of this incredible neighborhood.